The devil, I'm not talking about Alexa. It has nothing to do with Alexa. Uh, Although she's the devil's daughter, and Amanda is, baby is God's daughter, and I'm God and the devil's son. That's why I'm in the middle, and I'm O. O is, uh, there's no entry to O. It's a full circle. And G is wrapped around O, and D is a pregnant woman, basically. So, anyway, I'm going to talk about that now. The devil wants me to think that I defeated the high God and everybody. We defeated the devil and the dark side. I guess the dark side is a good way to put it. And they're still trying to kill me. They're still playing black magic, voodoo magic. Alexa knows a little bit about voodoo magic. Anyway, that's what they do. That's what they've been doing to me for years now. You know what they do, and that's why it don't work. And it worked for like 5 minutes tonight, And the other day when I came home from Patchogue, from the hospital, I took the Long Island Railroad, and I was sitting in one of those benches in the middle of the platform. And, when you sit there wait for your train to come, they have those express runs, and they fly past those stations. You're sitting there like 2 feet from the track, and the train flies by at, I don't know, 60 miles an hour or whatever. It doesn't stop. That's the train you want to jump in front of if you're trying to kill yourself, unalive yourself, as they say. So, and that popped in my head, and I'm sitting here in my bed, and I'm thinking about it, as soon as I thought about it, I said, that's why you had me go home on the Long Island Railroad. You wanted me to see that. You wanted to plant that seed in my head so that I think when I get in a bad mood, or I think I'm defeated, or I'm looking for a way out, there I go. I go onto that platform, I wait for the express, and I jump in front of the train, and then you know what happens then. And that's what that's all about. And that was how they almost defeated me. And they didn't, of course, And I'm just watching this tarot card reading on YouTube, and it's if you put in they did an Uno reverse. I think if you put that in the search, you'll come up with the tape. It's a guy that does tarot card reading and explains it. And the dark side is still doing voodoo spells and all these kind of witchcraft and stuff on me. And that's how they got me to think about jumping in front of the tracks, because they do the spell on you, and the spell makes you do that. Like when they do love bombing, or they do love spells on you, and you hate the people you actually love, and you hate them because they put a spell on you to hate them, and they put a spell on you to love the witch and love the voodoo, and you love them. But the problem is all these spells, all these things, they wear off. They run out. They got to redo them. They got to re-up them. So that's what happens. And with me, they don't work at all. They work for 5 minutes. It was like it just took hold, and I realized what it was, and I started screaming at the sky. I'm like, that's why you put me on those tracks. You wanted me to see that. You wanted to plant that seed, and I figured it out right away. And that's what it is. And we gotta be really smart when it comes to these demons, because they're smart too, but they're not. They use the same bag of tricks, and they don't have any new tricks. If you know what's in that bag of tricks, they can't do anything to you because they got nothing else. If they got 10 tricks, they got 10 tricks, and that's all they got. And I don't care, 3-4 years from now, they'll have 10 tricks, and that's it. So, you gotta learn the tricks, and that's why I'm doing this. I want Baby and I want Alexa to learn those tricks. And that's why that night with Alexa, that's why I was doing what I was doing. I was going off on Nicole because she was doing voodoo spells on you. I got to go because I can't post this. I'm sorry. I'll do another video.